The vote is final, and the final number is 285 to 144. As we said earlier, it passed, but the thing that we were watching for, the sort of last bit of political drama that was left, was to see how the Republican caucus voted here and whether or not John Boehner would get a majority of a majority to be united, as he told his caucus in private, we understand earlier today, and he did not. It didn't even come close to that. This was passed with the help of, I believe, at the end of the day, all Democrats. We have to check that just to make sure that nobody switched their votes in the end, but all Democrats were united, which is pretty rare when you're talking about 200 people. But they were united in doing this, and it just kind of shows you, when we were going through the past 2 weeks, when the House Republicans had so many different versions and options of how to fund the government, all of which were dealing with defunding or delaying Obamacare, Democrats and Republicans, some Republicans in the later weeks, said, let's just put a clean bill on the floor. John Boehner didn't want to do it because he wanted to stay true to the conservatives in his caucus. He didn't want to have a majority of Democrats approving a bill. Well, that's exactly what just happened. So he resisted for so long, doing what exactly ended up happening at the end of the day.
And Dana, do you expect John Boehner or other Republicans to be speaking tonight? Was John Boehner expected to make comments?
No, I would be shocked if John Boehner was going to make any comment. They've got nothing to say right now that would benefit. I don't think them politically, externally or internally. I think that they're going to let things sit and let things sort of calm down. I'm told that he specifically said to his members in this private meeting today, look, we're going to go home. The House is going home after this until
Right,
Tuesday
we're looking at
night.
Pictures right now of House members leaving, getting into their vehicles, which are parked right outside there.
Yep, exactly. So they're walking down the steps, they're leaving, and they're going home. And, a Republican leadership source said to me just about an hour ago in the hallway, we need our members to go home. We need them to go home and talk to real people. It always helps when they go home and talk to real people. It sounds really basic and fundamental, but it really is a necessary thing for them to get out of the echo chamber, not just of Washington and of all the process here and the politics, but also of the way that the party, in particular, the Republican Party, has been so split. The leadership really wants them to get out of here, take a breath, get some rest, which is a quote, I'm told, that John Boehner said to his rank and file, and they'll come back and try to go forward.